Hello friends, welcome to our channel Simply Mathematical. In this video, let us do the formula in the chapter 3 trigonometric functions. Okay, so you have the formula cos x plus y, which is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Okay, now here we will look at the proof of this formula. That is how you get this formula. Okay, because when you learn the proof, then it is very easy to remember the formula. Okay, so we will look at the proof of this formula here, right? So see, here I will explain you the proof very easily, okay, and in detail, so that you understand it thoroughly. Okay, so now one basic concept before starting this proof you have to know. Okay, and what is that? So suppose you have a unit circle. Okay, this is the unit circle. Unit circle means what? Unit circle means circle of radius 1. Okay, so this is the unit circle. Okay, circle of radius 1. Then suppose you have an angle here, right? Let us call it theta. Then this point on the unit circle, okay, will be nothing but P cos theta comma sin theta. Okay, so the coordinates of the points are what? Cos of theta and sin of theta. Okay, so basically whenever you will have an angle, okay, you will get a point on the unit circle, right? So that point will have what name? Cos theta comma sin theta, right? Okay, so suppose now again if you have an angle here, and suppose this angle is say phi. Okay, this is a Greek letter phi. Instead of theta I am writing phi. Okay, so then you will get a point on this unit circle, right? So which is Q here, let us call it. So what will be the coordinates of this point now? It will be cos phi comma sin phi, right? So like that. So this you have to know. Okay, this is very important. Now suppose you have a theta, say let's say minus psi. Okay, here. Okay, so this theta, so this point here, okay, will be what? Let us call it R. So this will be nothing but cos of minus psi comma sin of minus psi, right? Because the angle here is negative psi, because you are going in the clockwise direction, so the angle is minus psi. So R will be cos of minus psi comma sin of minus psi. Understood? So you have to look at this theta, and so the point that you get, okay, corresponding to that theta here, right, that will be what? R cos that angle you have to write, okay, minus psi comma sin minus psi. Okay, so this you have to understand, okay, to understand this proof. Okay, that is the basic thing, okay, that you have to understand first, right? Now let us start with the proof. Okay, let us start with the proof. So what you have, let us observe the diagram which is there here. Okay, so you have a unit circle again. Okay, this is a unit circle, right? Now this point if you look at, okay, P1, what is the angle here? This is x, right? So the point P1 is what? Cos x comma sin x, right? Understood? X the angle is, so the name of the point is P1 cos x comma sin x. Okay, now here, from here you are going in this direction anti-clockwise with the measure of angle as y. Okay, so this angle, okay, the terminal side will be here, right? So now also one thing which is very important is, whenever you measure the angle, you are measuring it from the positive side of the x-axis, right? So the angle is about the positive side of the x-axis, so you are measuring from here. So this is the angle x, right? Now this angle is from this now, okay, from this initial side to this terminal side, right? But what is the total angle from this positive x-axis to this side? It will be x plus y, Okay, so this angle will be x plus y. Okay, so the name of the point will be what? P2 cos x plus y comma sin x plus y. Okay, name of this point, right? Because this angle is what? See, this is x. Okay, and then you're going again y, right? So x plus y. So the name of the point is P2 cos x plus y sin x plus y, right? Now if you look at this angle, this is what? This is minus y. Okay, because you are going in the negative direction, so it is minus, right? And the measure of the angle is y. Okay, that is the same as this measure, but what is the sign? It is negative. Why? Because you are going in the clockwise direction, right? So the sign has to be negative here. Okay, so what is the point you get? P3, okay, cos minus y comma sin minus y. Okay, this point will be P3 cos minus y sin minus y. Understood? So this is the diagram. Now here you have P4 1 comma 0. This is the unit circle, right? So the point here which is there, okay, will be what? P4 1 comma 0. Okay, so the radius is 1, no? So 0 to 1, so the point will be P4 1 comma 0. Okay, so this is the diagram that you have. Alright, understood? Okay, now let us write the proof. Okay, so what you have to observe here is, first are the triangles. Okay, so this triangle is what? This is the red triangle, this is the green triangle. Okay, what we have to prove is this red triangle is congruent to this green triangle. Okay, congruent means exactly the same. Okay, if you pick this red triangle and keep it on this green triangle, then the sides, all the sides will match. Okay, so the triangle should match. So that means congruence, right? So this red triangle should be congruent to the green triangle. Okay, so let us try to prove. So in the red triangle, which is what? P1, right? O, P3. Okay, and the green triangle. Okay, so that is the triangle P2, right? O, P4. Okay, this is the two triangles we have. Now we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent, right? So you can see that this side OP1, okay, here OP1 is equal to OP2, right? OP1 is equal to OP2. Why? Because both are the radii of the same circle. Okay, both are radii of the same circle, right? So these two sides will be equal, right? OP1, OP2. So let us write that. So OP1, right, is equal to OP2, right? What is the reason? The reason is radii of same circle. Okay, radii of same circle. Okay, now let us try to prove that this angle that is P1 OP3, right? Observe carefully. P1 OP3, right? This angle is equal to P2 OP4. This angle, okay? P2 OP4. That we have to prove. Okay, let us try to prove that. So now what you have, if you observe this angle P1 OP3, right? So this is made up of what? This is made up of P1 OP2, right? P1 OP2 plus P2 OP3, right? This full angle is made up of P1 OP2 and P2 OP3, right? So what we can write is, okay, so this angle, right, which I have just now told, is made up of what? These two angles, right? Now what we have to prove is, what we have to look at is here, that this angle, right, P1O P3 should be equal to what? P2O P4, right? This angle should be equal to this angle, right? So how to prove that? You will use this, okay, y and this minus y, right? Let us try to use that, okay? So yeah, let us see. So you have what? P1O P2, right? Angle P1O P2, right here. Now which is equal to what? Which is equal to P3O P4, right? This P1O P2 is equal to P3O P4 because the measure of the angles are same, y and y. Yes, the sign is negative, but we are not looking at the direction. We are only looking at the magnitude of the angle. So P1O P2 is equal to P3O P4, right? So P1O P2 is equal to angle P3O P4, right? Why? Because both are having magnitude, okay, y. Both are having magnitude as y, okay. Now let us look at this. See, if you look at this angle which we have written, P1O P2, right? Now if you add this angle P2O P3, right, to this angle P1O P2, so to this angle here, okay, which is there, you add this angle, this small angle. So what you will get is P1O P3 you will get, right? If you add this small angle, okay, to this angle here, you will get this angle here, P1O P3, okay. So let us add this small angle to this angle here, okay. Similarly, okay, let us write it first, okay. So P1O P2 was there, right? We will add which angle? The small angle, which is P2O P3, right here, okay. Now what you do is, for this angle P3O P4, you add this angle P2O P3, the same small angle, okay. To this angle P3O P4, you add this small angle. So what you will get? Angle P3 OP4 plus angle P2 OP3, right here, okay. Now what you see is, this was equal to this, right? That means this was earlier equal to this, right, from this step, okay. These two are equal, right? Now we are adding a same quantity on both sides of this equation, okay. We are adding this same quantity on both sides of this equation. So this will be equal to, right, both will be equal because you are adding same quantity on both sides of the equation, okay, right. Now suppose we look at this P1O P2 plus P2O P3, what will be that? So P1O P2 plus P2O P3, that is this angle, right, P1O P3. So what we will get here is P1 OP3, okay, this. Now this is equal to what? If you look at P3O P4, P3O P4 plus P2O P3, right? P3O P4 plus P2O P3, that will be nothing but this big angle P2O P4, right? So this will be angle P2O P4, okay. So this is what we get. So this, let us call it as the first equation here. This is the second, right? And then again, if you observe, okay, so two equations we got, right? Now again, if you observe this, in the red triangle OP3, right, OP3 will be equal to OP4, right? OP3 will be equal to OP4. Why? Because both are again the radii of the same circle. Okay, so what you will get is OP3 is equal to OP4. Okay, this will get, right? OP3 is equal to OP4. What is the reason? The reason is radii of same circle. Okay, right. Now what we got, if we call it as 3 here, okay, what we got, from 1 you have OP1 equal to OP2, from 2 you have angle P1 OP3 is equal to angle P2 OP4, and from 3 you have OP3 equal to OP4, right? So you have studied a test, right, in the 10th standard, okay, that is called as the SAS test. So side, right, angle side, okay, test, okay, that test. So what you have is OP1 is equal to OP2, right? So one side is equal, okay, then this angle full, okay, is equal to this angle, right? This angle here is equal to this angle here. So you have two corresponding angles equal, so corresponding side equal, then corresponding angles equal, then again you have what, OP3 is equal to OP4, okay, that is corresponding sides are equal again. So what we have, S, okay, S A, right, S, okay, so S A S test, okay, so that test we have. So therefore what you get is triangle P1 OP3, okay, is congruent to triangle P2O P4, okay, by which test? By SAS test, okay, of congruence. So this we have, right? Okay, now we have proved these two triangles, red and green, are congruent, right? We have proved that the triangles red and green are congruent. So you have also studied in 10th standard that there is something called as corresponding parts of congruent triangles, right? So if you look at corresponding parts of congruent triangle, okay, since these two triangles red and green are congruent, so the corresponding side, so P1 P3, okay, is corresponding to which side? P2 P4, right? P1 P3 is corresponding to which side? P2 and P4, okay. From here you can look at, okay, P1 P3 is corresponding to P2 P4, okay. So what you have is P1 P3 is equal to P2 P4, okay. So that is what you have. So P1 P3 is equal to P2 P4. Why is this? This is because of CPCT, okay, this you have studied, right? Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So we got this, right? Okay, now once you get this, we have to use this, okay, to prove what we want, that is the formula, right? So now what you do is square both sides here. So squaring both sides, what you get? P1 P3 square is equal to P2 P4 square, okay, right? Okay, now if you look at the diagram here, okay, if you look at the diagram, What do you mean by P1, P3? P1, P3 means the distance of P1 and P3. Okay. And what do you mean by P2, P4? It is distance from P2 to point P4. Right. So what is the distance of the point P1, P3? So you have to look at this side and you look at the distance. Okay. So that will be what? Root of, right? Root of x1 minus x2, right? So that is cos x minus cos minus y the whole square, okay, plus sin x minus sin of minus y the whole square, right? That is the distance. Okay, so if you look at PQ formula, distance, that is nothing but x1 minus x2 the whole square plus y1 minus y2 the whole square. Okay, so that is the formula, right? So what you will get here, root of cos x minus y the whole square, sin x minus sin of minus y the whole square, right? So that is what you will get. So this will be what? Root of cos x minus cos of minus y, right, the whole square, okay, then plus sin x minus sin of minus y the whole square, okay, and here you have square, so this is again the whole square, right? So which is equal to what? Again you find this distance P2, P4. So P2, P4 will be what? It is x1 minus x2 the whole square, that is cos x plus y minus 1 the whole square plus sin x plus y minus 0 the whole square, right, under the root. Okay, so we will get root of cos x plus y, okay, minus 1 the whole square, right, plus sin x plus y minus 0 the whole square, okay, the whole square, this is, right, because of this. Okay, now let us simplify this. So what you will get, this square and root will get cancelled here, this square and root will get cancelled. Okay, so what will remain is cos x minus cos of minus y the whole square, right, plus here we will get sin x minus sin of minus y the whole square, right, okay, which is equal to now this one. So cos x plus y, okay, minus 1 the whole square, okay, then plus sin x plus y, okay, minus 0, we can write it as, we can neglect that. Okay, so sin x plus y the whole square, okay, this you will get, right? Okay, so that means what we will get here, see here it is cos x, okay, then what about this? You know that cos of minus y is cos y, right? So cos of minus y is cos y, okay, the whole square, then plus sin x, okay, now again you know that sin of minus y is minus sin y, right? So that minus sign will be outside, which will get multiplied to this minus sign, so you'll get plus, okay, sin y, okay, the whole square, right? So that is equal to what? This is as it is, cos x plus y minus 1 the whole square plus here it will be what? This is nothing but sin square x plus y, okay, this and this is same, only this square we are writing it here, okay, that is another symbol for this. Okay, understood. Now let us proceed. So let us expand this. So this is a minus b the whole square formula, right? So what it is, a square cos square x minus 2ab, so cos x cos y, okay, plus b square, so cos square y, okay. Now let us again use the same formula for this. So what you will get is plus sine square x, right, plus 2 sin x sin y, okay, plus sin square y, okay. Right, now this is equal to what you will get here, again the same formula. So cos square x plus y, okay, minus 2 times cos x plus y, okay, multiplied by 1, so that is nothing but cos x plus y, okay, plus b square, so 1 square, that is 1, okay, plus this sin square x plus y, okay. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to use identities, right? You have studied the identities, okay, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1, okay. That identity we have to use it here, okay. So what we'll first do is bring all the identities together. So I'll write it as what, cos square x here plus this sin square x, okay. Just I'm bringing the terms together to get the identity, okay. So cos square plus sin square x, okay, you will get. Then again you bring this together, okay. So plus cos square y plus sin square y, okay. Now what happens here, here you can see that you can take 2 common, okay. So and also the minus sign we will take it common, okay. So 2 and the minus sign, if we take common you will get minus 2, right. What will remain, cos of x cos y, right, and then minus sin x sin y, okay. I'm taking minus sign out, so and also the factor 2, so minus 2 will be out, so what will remain is cos x cos y here, and here you are taking minus sign common, okay, and 2, so here minus sign will remain, okay, because you are taking minus sign common, so minus sin x sin y, okay. So you will get this, okay. You can multiply and see, you will get back the terms, minus 2 cos x cos y, minus minus plus, okay. So we take minus sign out, that means you have to take here minus, okay. So this will be what, this will be cos square x plus y, again I'll bring this here, okay, plus sin square x plus y, right. Then here it is what, minus 2 cos x plus y plus 1, okay. This is what we will get, okay. Now if we simplify this, okay, here what you have is this cos square x plus sin square x, that will be what, that will be 1, right, by the identity cos square x plus sin square x is 1, right. So 1, then again what you have is this cos square y plus sin square y, okay. So this will be again 1, then you have minus 2 cos x cos y, okay, minus sin x sin y, okay. So that will be equal to what, now what you had on the right hand side of the equation, cos square x plus y plus sin square x plus y, so this is 1 again, right, this whole thing is 1, so you'll get 1, and then you have minus 2 cos x plus y plus 1, okay. So 1 plus 1 is 2 here, minus 2 times cos x cos y okay, minus sin x sin y, right? Okay, so which is equal to what? 1 plus 1 is again 2 minus 2 times cos of x plus y, right? So what happens is 2 and 2 gets cancelled here. Okay, so what remains? Minus 2 cos x cos y minus sin x sin y, okay, which is equal to what? Minus 2 cos x plus y. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cancel this minus 2, right? Minus 2 gets cancelled on both sides. Okay, so what remains? I'll write this on the right hand side or left hand side, okay, of the equation. So cos x plus y will be equal to what? This, right? So cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Okay, so this is what we wanted, right? Okay, so cos x plus y is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Understood? Okay, so that was the proof of cos x plus y equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Okay, so if you have liked my video, then please hit the like button. Okay, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe the channel, right? So that you get more videos of this type. Okay, so that's it in the video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.